In a world where fantasy and reality collide, where ordinary lives are thrust into extraordinary adventures, the 2022 to 2023 anime season brings forth a groundbreaking Isekai series that captures the imagination like never before. Welcome to a realm where heroes are born from the most unexpected places, and destinies are rewritten with every step taken into the unknown. Brace yourselves for the unparalleled journey of a tale that transcends time and space to redefine the very essence of adventure and fantasy. So, let's start the discussion. Handyman Seidu in Another World. In Handyman Seidu in Another World, the protagonist, Seidu, finds himself transported to a fantasy world after an unfortunate accident involving a magical portal. In this new world, Seidu discovers that his skills as a handyman are highly valued. He uses his knowledge of modern technology to revolutionize the way things are done, from building structures to creating tools and devices that make life easier for the inhabitants of this world. Along the way, Seidu encounters various challenges, befriends allies, and navigates the intricacies of a world filled with magic and wonder. Seidu was just an ordinary handyman in his previous life, content with his work repairing appliances and helping out neighbors. However, everything changed when he stumbled upon an ancient artifact while on a job at a museum. Little did he know, the artifact was actually a portal to another world. In a flash of light, Seidu found himself in a realm filled with magic and fantastical creatures. Initially bewildered by his new surroundings, Seidu quickly realized that his skills were in high demand in this world. With his knowledge of machinery and technology, he began to innovate, introducing concepts like plumbing, electricity, and even simple machines like bicycles to the inhabitants of this world. As he gained recognition for his ingenuity, Seidu became known as the handyman among the locals. Despite his newfound success, Seidu yearns to find a way back home. However, as he delves deeper into the mysteries of this world, he discovers that his presence might be more significant than he initially thought. With each invention and problem he solves, Seidu inches closer to uncovering the secrets of this fantastical realm and finding a way to return home. But until then, he's determined to make the most of his time in this new world, one repair at a time. In Another World with My Smartphone Season 2. In Another World with My Smartphone follows the adventures of Tauya Mochizuki, who is accidentally killed by a bolt of lightning and reincarnated into a fantasy world by God, who apologizes for the mistake and grants him a single wish. Tauya chooses to keep his smartphone with him in this new world, which works with magical enhancements and internet access. In the second season, Tauya continues his journey, exploring new lands, encountering powerful foes, and deepening his relationships with friends and allies. Tauya Mochizuki was just an ordinary high school student living a mundane life until the day he was struck by lightning. Awakening in a world that seemed like something out of a fantasy novel, Tauya was greeted by God, who admitted to accidentally killing him and offered to reincarnate him in a new world with one special ability. Tauya chose to bring his smartphone with him, albeit enhanced with magical capabilities. In this new world, Tauya discovered that his smartphone not only worked but also had access to the internet and various applications. With this technological advantage, Tauya quickly adapted to his surroundings and made friends with various individuals, including powerful beings like knights, mages, and even royalty. As Tauya explored the world, he encountered challenges and adversaries, but his smartphone's abilities often helped him overcome them. From battling monsters to uncovering ancient mysteries, Tauya's journey was filled with excitement and adventure. Along the way, he formed deep bonds with his companions and even found love. Despite his incredible powers and the support of his friends, Tauya never forgot his roots as a regular high school student. He remained humble and kind, always willing to help those in need. With each step he took in this new world, Tauya grew stronger and closer to unlocking the secrets of his past and fulfilling his destiny. My One-Hit Kill Sister. My One-Hit Kill Sister revolves around the adventures of Yuuta, a high school student with an overpowered little sister named Saki. Saki possesses an incredible ability. Anything she touches with her hand gets instantly annihilated. This power is a result of a mysterious experiment conducted by their parents. Despite the danger her power poses, Saki is determined to live a normal life and protect her brother. Together, they navigate the challenges of everyday life while facing off against various adversaries who seek to exploit Saki's power. Yuuta's life changed forever when his parents, who were scientists, conducted an experiment that went horribly wrong. The experiment granted his younger sister, Saki, an incredibly dangerous power, the ability to obliterate anything she touches with her hand. From that moment on, Yuuta's primary role became protecting Saki and ensuring her power didn't harm anyone. Growing up with Saki's power was no easy feat. Yuuta had to be constantly vigilant, ensuring Saki didn't accidentally touch anything and cause devastation. Despite the danger, Yuuta and Saki shared a close bond, and Yuuta admired his sister's determination to live a normal life despite her extraordinary abilities. As they entered high school, Yuuta's responsibilities only increased. He had to balance his school life with keeping Saki's power a secret and protecting her from those who sought to exploit her abilities for their own gain. Along the way, they encountered various individuals who either wanted to harness Saki's power or eliminate her altogether. Despite the challenges they faced, Yuta remained steadfast in his commitment to his sister. He often found himself in dangerous situations, but he never wavered in his resolve to protect Saki at all costs. Together, they faced numerous adversaries, relying on each other's strengths to overcome the obstacles in their path. Through their journey, Yuta and Saki discovered the true meaning of family and the importance of standing by each other in times of adversity. As they continued to navigate the complexities of their world, they grew stronger together, forging an unbreakable bond that would carry them through any challenge. The Aristocrat's Otherworldly Adventure, Serving Gods Who Go Too Far. The Aristocrat's Otherworldly Adventure follows the journey of Harold Stokes, a wealthy young man who is reincarnated into a fantasy world after his death. In this new world, Harold is blessed with incredible magical abilities and a vast amount of knowledge from his previous life. However, instead of using his powers for personal gain, Harold chooses to serve the gods by resolving disputes and aiding those in need. Along the way, he encounters various gods with questionable morals and embarks on missions that challenge his beliefs and test his resolve. Harold Stokes was born into a wealthy family in his previous life, enjoying a life of privilege and luxury. However, tragedy struck when he died unexpectedly at a young age. To his surprise, Harold found himself reincarnated into a fantasy world, where he was bestowed with extraordinary magical abilities and knowledge far beyond that of the world's inhabitants. Determined to make the most of his new life, Harold adopted the persona of an aristocrat and used his wealth and powers to assist those in need. However, he quickly realized that this world was far from perfect. The gods who ruled over this realm were often capricious and indifferent to the suffering of mortals. Rather than seeking personal power or glory, Harold chose to serve the gods by acting as a mediator and solving disputes between them and their followers. He believed that by helping others and promoting justice, he could make a positive impact on the world. Throughout his adventures, Harold encountered gods with questionable morals and agendas that conflicted with his own principles. Yet, he remained steadfast in his resolve to do what he believed was right, even if it meant challenging powerful beings. As Harold continued his journey, he learned valuable lessons about compassion, sacrifice, and the true meaning of heroism. Despite the challenges he faced, he remained dedicated to his mission of serving the gods and making the world a better place, one noble deed at a time. By the Grace of the Gods Season 2. In By the Grace of the Gods, the story follows Ryoma Takebayashi, a middle-aged man who dies of overwork and is reincarnated into a fantasy world by 3 gods. He is granted the ability to tame and communicate with slimes, as well as proficiency in various other skills. In the second season, Ryoma continues his peaceful life in the forest, developing his skills and forming new bonds with humans and monsters alike. As he encounters challenges and adventures, Ryoma's kindness and determination shine through, leaving a positive impact on the world around him. Ryoma Takebayashi's life in Japan was consumed by the demands of his job, leaving him exhausted and unfulfilled. When he died from overwork, he expected nothing but darkness. However, he was instead greeted by 3 gods who offered him a new life in a fantasy world. Reborn in a lush forest, Ryoma discovered that he possessed the ability to communicate with and tame slimes, creatures that were often seen as pests in this world. Embracing his new life, Ryoma decided to live peacefully in the forest, away from the hustle and bustle of society. With his skills and knowledge from his previous life, Ryoma developed various techniques to improve his life and those of the creatures around him. He built a comfortable home and established a thriving community of slimes, earning the gratitude of the local forest spirits. Despite his secluded lifestyle, Ryoma's kindness and compassion attracted the attention of others, both human and monster alike. He formed bonds with adventurers, merchants, and even members of the royal family, each finding solace and inspiration in Ryoma's peaceful way of life. As Ryoma ventured out into the world, he encountered various challenges and adversaries, from dangerous monsters to political intrigue. Yet, with his gentle demeanor and resourcefulness, he always found a way to overcome obstacles and bring harmony to the world around him. Through his adventures, Ryoma learned the true value of friendship, compassion, and the importance of living life at one's own pace. With each new day, he continued to spread kindness and joy, leaving a lasting legacy that touched the hearts of all who crossed his path. Kuma 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 Bear Punch. Kuma 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 Bear follows the story of Yuna, a 15-year-old girl who is magically transported into a virtual reality MMORPG world. In this world, she is equipped with a special bear-themed suit that gives her extraordinary abilities. Yuna embraces her new life in the game world, using her bear suit to protect herself and others from danger, while also exploring the vast landscapes and forming bonds with various characters. In Kuma 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 Bear Punch, the second season, Yuna continues her adventures, facing new challenges and uncovering the mysteries of the game world. Yuna was an ordinary high school student who loved playing video games, particularly a virtual reality MMORPG called World Fantasy Online. One day, while playing the game, she suddenly found herself transported into the game world, wearing a bear-themed suit that she had acquired as a special bonus. Initially confused and disoriented, Yuna soon realized that she had been given incredible powers within the game. Her bear suit granted her superhuman strength, agility, and the ability to summon various bear-related items and weapons. With these abilities, Yuna set out on her adventure in the game world. Despite her overpowered abilities, Yuna preferred to live a laid-back and leisurely life. She enjoyed exploring the game's vast landscapes, discovering hidden treasures, and interacting with the game's NPCs. Along the way, she formed bonds with various characters, including Fina, a young girl she took under her wing. As Yuna journeyed through the game world, she encountered numerous challenges and adversaries, ranging from powerful monsters to rival players. However, with her bear suit and clever tactics, she always emerged victorious. Despite her prowess in battle, Yuna's true strength lay in her kindness and compassion. She often went out of her way to help those in need, whether it be rescuing villagers from monsters or assisting fellow players in completing quests. As Yuna continued her adventures in Kuma 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 Bear Punch, she faced even greater challenges and discovered deeper secrets hidden within the game world. Yet, with her trusty bear suit and her unwavering determination, she remained steadfast in her quest to enjoy her new life to the fullest. My unique skill makes me opus even at level 1. My unique skill makes me opus even at level 1 follows the story of Akira Oda, a high school student who is reincarnated into a fantasy world with a unique ability that makes him incredibly powerful from the start. Unlike others who typically start weak and gradually grow stronger, Akira begins his journey with overwhelming strength. With his unmatched power, he quickly becomes the center of attention, attracting allies and adversaries alike. As Akira navigates this new world, he discovers the true extent of his abilities and faces challenges that test his limits. Background story from the main character. Akira Oda was an average high school student who enjoyed playing video games in his free time. However, his life took a drastic turn when he died in a traffic accident and found himself reincarnated into a fantasy world. To his surprise, Akira discovered that he possessed a unique ability known as absolute strengthening, which allowed him to enhance any aspect of himself to its maximum potential. This ability made him incredibly powerful from the moment he arrived in the new world, bypassing the typical progression system of starting weak and gradually becoming stronger. With his newfound power, Akira set out on his adventure, quickly attracting attention due to his overwhelming strength. Despite being just a level 1 adventurer, he could easily defeat powerful monsters and rivals many times his level. As Akira journeyed through the fantasy world, he encountered various individuals, some impressed by his abilities while others sought to challenge him. Along the way, he formed alliances with other adventurers and forged friendships with people from different walks of life. Despite his incredible power, Akira remained humble and kind-hearted. He used his abilities to help those in need, whether it be defeating monsters terrorizing villages or aiding fellow adventurers in dangerous quests. However, Akira soon realized that his unique skill also attracted the attention of dangerous adversaries who saw him as a threat. He faced formidable foes who pushed him to his limits and forced him to discover new ways to utilize his abilities. As Akira continued his journey, he unraveled the mysteries surrounding his unique skill and the true nature of the world he found himself in. With each challenge he faced, he grew stronger and more determined to uncover the secrets of his past and fulfill his destiny in this new world. Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon. Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon follows the unusual journey of a man who is reincarnated as a vending machine in a fantasy world. With his newfound form, the protagonist, who retains his human consciousness, explores a dangerous dungeon filled with monsters and treasures. As a vending machine, he provides assistance to adventurers by offering items and services in exchange for currency. Along the way, he forms unique relationships with the dungeon's inhabitants and uncovers the secrets of his new existence. The man who would become the wandering vending machine lived an unremarkable life as a salaryman in modern-day Japan. One day, after an unfortunate accident, he found himself waking up in a dark and damp dungeon, but not in his human form. To his bewilderment, he had been reincarnated as a vending machine. Initially confused and disoriented, the man soon discovered that he retained his human consciousness and emotions, despite his new metallic form. As he explored his surroundings, he realized that he was located in a vast dungeon filled with monsters, traps, and treasures. Embracing his new identity, the man decided to make the best of his situation. Using his vending machine abilities, he provided valuable items and services to adventurers who ventured into the dungeon. From potions to weapons, his vending machine form became a valuable resource for those seeking to conquer the dungeon's challenges. Along the way, the man encountered a colorful cast of characters, including other sentient beings who inhabited the dungeon. Despite his unconventional form, he formed unique bonds and friendships with both humans and monsters, each interaction bringing new insights into his strange new existence. As he journeyed deeper into the dungeon, the man began to uncover clues about the nature of his reincarnation and the purpose behind his new life as a vending machine. Despite the dangers that lurked around every corner, he remained determined to explore the dungeon, uncover its secrets, and perhaps find a way to return to his human form. With each step he took, the wandering vending machine embraced the challenges of his new life, forging his own path in a world filled with magic, mystery, and adventure.